Money, 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 money.
Go ahead,
Couples
girl.
who
Go
choose
ahead.
to
Get
enter
down.
prenuptial agreements accept specific terms when their marriage ends. Although no one likes the idea of joining a union with the thought of it ending, anyone with substantial resources and obligations should consider the advantages and disadvantages of these binding legal contracts. At the start of the show, I said to Sim that I do not believe in a prenuptial agreement because if I love you enough to marry you, then I will trust you enough to think that at the end of the day, you're not going to hold me to anything that you shouldn't hold me to. That's how I feel. Someone who just left us suggested that if you enter a prenuptial agreement, it's like you're driving to Montego Bay and you expect to crash. That's what he said. Not certainly.
You know what, though?
What?
Sometimes you're driving to Mobay and the road is nylon smooth. And then a puss run across the street
And
or a
you
dog.
end up crashing.
You don't plan for the puss
Yep.
to, right?
Yep.
And then all of a
Yep.
sudden you are.
Yep. My colleague said the same thing, that in a sense, what you said. My colleague right here said people change. So I'm suggesting that me and Sim marry, I love her to death. She not going to do me anything. She not rob me. She not take my money. I don't want a prenup. And then something happened and Sim said, well, you're going to give me everything you own or we're in trouble because she changed. I do agree. Not that I do agree that people change. I agree that people change.
But you do know that you could sign a prenup, right? You could agree to sign a prenup. And the marriage mash up sake of you and not she.
Mm-hmm.
You know that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, the headline says, this comes from www.money.usnews.com. First one says a prenup forces partners to discuss money, which is true, but we can discuss money without a prenup also. Couples divorce for a lot of reasons, from incompatibility to infidelity, but stress and disagreements over how to manage money is certainly high on the list. A prenup can be an excellent idea if for no other reason than it forces a couple to talk about how to manage money.
Statistics say the number one reason marriages fall apart
Is money.
Is money.
Relationships overall.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's financial infidelity. There are all sorts of financial issues. So if you think he's cheating because not really, sometimes, yes. But this money thing is a big deal. So if it forces you to talk about money, that's great. But you can talk about money without talking about, how much of yours I get when.
Yeah, that's what I said. You can talk about that without you go to a prenup.
Yes. A prenup can reduce the cost of divorce. What? Okay, no one wants to consider this because no one goes into a marriage believing there will be a divorce. So why plan for something that won't happen? But the idea behind a prenuptial agreement is simply to plan for the worst, just in case.
The other thing about a prenup.
So in the case of emergency, you break the glass.
So I own this big house up in the bush.
Oh, in the bush, is
Yeah,
it?
you didn't own a house. You weren't living in the bushes like me.
Don't, lizard.
Yeah, all of a sudden we get married now and, the prenup is what? That if it broke up, you get part of my nice house, nice bush that you didn't.
I wouldn't want your bush house.
No, but I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, of course I know what
So
you're
the prenup is what? You didn't come in here with anything. I am in here with everything. I said, come sweetheart, me love you, here's a nice house and things. At the end of the day now we broke up. You say, hold on.
Or it could be that I have a big house in the urban area. Mm-hmm. You have nothing.
No, but deal with my scenario first. So at the end of the day, I must give you, what, half a million, three quarters?
Whatever we decide.
That's my point.
It's an agreed thing. So you could say, Sim, we're going to say, if we divorce, we're selling the house and you're getting half. Or, Sim, if we divorce, I'm going to keep the structure, you can take the furniture.
Then why we can't say that without a sign of prenuptial agreement?
Because it's not binding unless you sign it.
Yeah, but we love
and
each
we
other.
first have to agree. It's contractual. That's what contract means.
When you hear me all the while, no, say me different from plenty people. I do not agree with it. I go into it because I love you. You are the only person I want in my life, which is why I'm married. If at the end of the day you want everything, sit here, take it, and go on. I don't have an issue with it. I don't have an issue with that. I have no issue with that. I am not going to tell anybody that because usually the prenup, someone made the point in here, usually the prenup comes from somebody who have plenty money.
Not necessarily.
Usually,
no.
I'm saying you, in my opinion, usually. Okay. And you hear the stories of Tiger Woods who 600 million, the Gates, his wife got $30-something billion. You hear these stories. And I think some people kind of nervous, say, well, it's me have all of the money and she don't have anything, so if we go break up, she will want my money. So if she want my money, she get my money.
No.
That's how I feel.
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
I am not going to get married. You see the fact that I get married to you? That's it for me. For me, is the rest of the life with you. Me personally. I don't know about somebody
everybody
else.
goes into most people go into marriage that way.
Well, some people just want a visa.
Some people just think this is a more, I don't agree with prenups either, but some people believe it to be a more practical approach. Because you head into marriage hoping for the best. Yeah. But oftentimes the worst happens. Yeah. What happens in that situation?
Yeah, I stopped you from making a point, and Clive made the same point. What happens if it's you have all of the money?
Well, your argument is very one-sided because oftentimes the man don't have nothing.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, it's not one.
The man come in with his art.
No, it's not one. No, it's not one-sided. I come in without nothing, and if you run me, I leave without nothing. I am fine with that.
No. Okay.
No, go ahead, Sim. I'm fine with that,
Where is that, Sheffington? Yeah. A lot of time the men come in, they don't have.
No, but Sim, I am saying if
within our cultural context, where 70% of the women are in university, right? If it's not happening right now, it's going to be a trend.
No, Sim, and I don't have an issue with that. I'm saying if me and you get married, then it's you have everything and I don't have nothing, and we broke up. I don't want anything.
But suppose I decide that if we spend a certain amount of our lives together, then you should leave. You shouldn't leave if we break up with nothing.
And I appreciate that.
That's why it says it's a contract.
Yeah,
it's not. Look, you sign to a contract because both parties agree. So it may not be a split down the middle. It may not be you get 1/3, but it may be, something that says you shouldn't come in having made this commitment, and God forbid nothing works out. You shouldn't walk away.
Yep. Fair enough.
Feeling like you've lost everything, including the heartbreak of the failed relationship.
I would like to think that me and you get married because I love you, you love me. So, well, I know. I love you, you love me, all right? That's how we got married. So we have a little issue now and we decide, say, well, this not going to work. I would think that you would still be decent enough to say, well, all right, we were together, we did married, and not when just put out the man out of the house and no give nothing. I would think that you'd be decent enough. Yeah, that's where I'm coming from.
My gosh. I wish every man would think. Let me tell you something. Like how when families are together and then a family member dies, have you ever seen what happens to that family in many cases when they start to fight over scarce benefits and spoils?
Yep.
When a marriage goes bad, my friend, and things get ugly and bitter, believe me, sense of self, sense of what is, what's that word? What should be done and what should be right, all of that. So that's when you draw for the contract and say, remember you did say.
I cannot see myself, me and you married, we have kids together, and at the end of the day, I say, go live a gully. I can't see that.
You're not going to send them to the gully, Nefril?
Well, Chef, you say me alone stay, so. No, but you understand what I said, go to the gully. You understand? I'm not stupid. I'm just saying, if I have $10, and we start with the $10, when I broke up, I still have the $10, I'm not going to put you out. I always say, well, it's $5 a year. That is me.
It depends on what happened in the marriage. It depends on the circumstances of the breakup. It depends on how hurt you are. It depends on how bitter you've become.
So Clive asked a question.
I'm talking and you're talking to Clive.
No, because it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Right. Clive said, if it's you have the money and you ask me to sign a prenup, if I would do it. No, I wouldn't. I'd rather you don't marry me. If you think that I'm going to take your money at the end of the day, I'd rather you don't get married to me.
You don't marry somebody. A prenup is because it's not because you think somebody's going to clean you out. You just want to make sure at the end of the day that you don't get taken advantage of or you walk away with nothing. That's what it ought to be. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm arguing the other side here because, as I said,
you don't believe in it.
I too believe that if you marry somebody, then that should be it.
Then why are you giving me a hard time? So why are you giving me a hard time?
It doesn't work that way.
Well, why are you giving me a hard time for
it doesn't work that way, Nefril, all the time.
All right, hold on now. Make we write it up right now.
What are we writing now?
Wait now. Well, my man say yes. How you started? I prenup in case,
Should in case.
should in case, Samarooney run me, me want all the money that I spent on the wedding,
which is $0 because we are not married. Come again. And what again?
on the gas money when me give for putting on the car if you go country with your friend them.
You're obviously married to the wrong person because I am so INDEPENDENT.
The nice clothes when I buy from foreign, that are from 2001, money gone up.
This is from the man who has not been on a plane since 1990 how long?
The Ferran will sign as witness. Chef is the liar.
Anywho, people, don't fall back off this man. Sign the prenup.
No, me no
You and Jody can't sign that.
Them can vex me till tomorrow. If me am married, me am married. I don't want a prenup. If it work that I lose, then I lose. If it work that I win, then I win. But I don't win.
Cut your losses and move on.
Yeah, I'm not into no prenup. I don't care. And if I'm married to you and everybody say you have to be careful of cash, you will take, then me not married to her.
What? What do you mean?
No.
What kind of
I say if I'm married to you, and I have to be worried that you are going to do something and
No,
take on the
that's not
money.
what you just
Well,
said.
that's what I meant.
Oh.
That's what I meant. Then
So
I'm not
if
into
you're-
that.
if
You see how
you're-
them are ready for jump on me?
No, because what you said, you can't follow people if you
All
love
right.
somebody.
See it here. I prenup should in case Samarooney run me want all the money that spent on the wedding and the gas money, the nice clothes from 2001, and the money gone up. Ferran and Chef down here will sign. Oh, one person have to sign. See the next signee right here. From Sheena, things right. Tommy Monique. From Sheena, that things right. And if she run with my money, I said, do
Anyway,
her
ladies and
makeup and
gentlemen,
put her lipstick
now
around
you
herself.
have a bit of a window into why Never Bell is a commitment form. This prenup will never be written, we'll never have to write the paper, we'll never have to find, and the pen and the ink don't have to waste. Because this is a man who will never get married. Tell the people the truth. You'll never get married.
I don't want to.
Okay, so then why are we even...
I never said never, but I don't want to.
So then you don't have a need for a prenup.
And is a reason I don't want to.
Why?
Because you will take my money before even the marriage.
Guess
done.
what, though? I want to tell you something right here and now.
Yeah.
I need your money, you know.
You
Tell you
don't.
that this girl, make sure she ain't need
Yeah.
nobody's money.
What's
So
that?
keep
So
your own money. And,
we're going to go for a break. And I'm going to get back my $25 when we get
must spend $2.50, you mean?
We're so cool.